This week's Excellence in Education winner is Ashley Sutton from Kent City Middle School. Ashley, congratulations.
Thank you.
We have a video from your nominator. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Mrs. Sutton has just gone above and beyond. Last year was her first year teaching. She took on the role as the varsity cheer coach. She started a Dungeons and Dragons club here at the middle school. She also had a group of students that were meeting with her during lunch to watch Star Wars and talk about Star Wars. She took on the bulletin boards in the hallway and was changing those out monthly and recruiting students to help her change out the bulletin boards. She was making bulletin boards for like Black History Month, Women's History Month. She just did Hispanic Heritage Month. She has been challenging students in the classroom and just finding activities and lessons to help push students. And overall, she's just been a super supportive staff member, always helping out whenever anybody needs anything. She has been a phenomenal first year teacher last year, and this year, going into her second year, she's not slowing down. It's just been super great to work with somebody like her.
Oh.
What goes through your mind?
Giselle was new to that's Giselle Tariainen. She teaches social studies in the middle school with me. So I teach 6th grade and 7th, and then she teaches the rest of 7th and 8th grade. And she was new to the district last year too. And I want to say the same things about her because she has been one of my biggest supporters, being a new teacher and new to the district. And it's just very nice hearing people say that they noticed it. I mean, I know that they did, but then when you have a colleague say it, and especially someone who's also my friend who went out of her very busy life and nominated me, and it just means a lot.
Yeah. Tell me why you decided to become a teacher.
Oh, I've just always wanted to do something that matters. I mean, we don't have a lot of time on this planet, and I want to spend my time helping people as much as I can, and teaching is just something that I'm good at, and I'm very passionate about social studies. So I want to make students into good people. I don't care if they remember the list of all of the US presidents in order, or if they can recite the capital of all the countries. I want them to be critical thinkers and learn how to use their resources. And I feel like being a middle school social studies teacher is at least a great little push start to help them get there.
One of the things I know about you is that you tell students life is hard, but push through it. Tell me about that.
Yes. Yeah, that is my motto, is we can do hard things, or you can do hard things. One of the biggest pushbacks I get from students is, oh, this is hard. And I, at the beginning of last year, struggled with how to respond to that because, yeah, it is hard for them. So you can do hard things. I saw some t-shirts with other teachers wearing it, and it's worked really well. And when they do those hard things, they feel so accomplished because I tell them I believe in them. You can do it. And then they're like, oh my gosh, Mrs. Sutton, I did it. I'm like, yeah, I told you you could.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel amazing. Like, there's some times when you walk out of an hour in a lesson, you're like, that did not go anywhere near where I wanted it to go. And then there's some times where you just start talking to students and they make these connections that you hoped that they would make, but you didn't even realize it, and just makes it all feel worth it. It makes it feel like I remember those moments when I was a kid in school, and that one teacher, I know I'll never get to hear about them, or I won't hear about all of them, but I want my students to have those moments when they grow up.
Tell me about the historical simulations that you put on.
Oh, those are so fun. So I teach 7th grade world history, and we have done a cold case murder of Julius Caesar. So we went through all of the steps of a murder scene. I made like little those little yellow triangles for like murder scenes with numbers on them, different evidence stuff. And then the whole point of it wasn't to figure out who murdered him per se, because we all knew that the Senate did it, but it was that murder justified? And as they went through all of this evidence, they got to really understand, okay, why was Julius Caesar assassinated? What happened to lead up to this? And what were the outcomes? And that's what I really wanted them to get out of it, but they thought they were just solving a murder mystery. We've been Spartans and Persians at war with each other. And we've been Roman senators. I love doing that kind of stuff with them, where they can actually feel like they're part of history.
Ashley, you go above and beyond the call of duty. You start extra clubs, you stay after school. What inspires you to do that?
A lot of it is I wish that I had a few teachers that I really leaned on in school, and I wish that every student had that, and I wish I had more, and I wish I had that throughout my whole school career. And for example, like Dungeons and Dragons typically attracts some more of the quiet, reserved kids that maybe don't participate in a sport and don't have a huge group of friends outside of D&D. And I want to create a place where my students feel like they can be themselves and feel like not only can they be themselves, but they're celebrated for that.
Thank you for what you do. You're making a difference.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ashley from Kent City Middle School receives a $2,000 check from the Michigan Lottery. Excellence in Education Awards sponsored by the Michigan Lottery, providing more than $28 billion to public education since 1972.